Right, we're in 7.1, which is properties of exponents. It says determine whether each expression is a monomial. Write yes or no and explain. So a monomial, mon means 1. Okay, so we have 2 terms here. That's a binomial. So no. We have 1 term here. That's a monomial. We have, well, it looks like 1 term, but there's division here with 2 different terms. So no, it's not a monomial. Okay, so now we're getting into variables and classifying them and simplifying them. So number 4, it's saying if I have 2 a's, that's what a squared is, and then I have 3 a's, and then I have 6 a's. How many a's is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 a's. So what I could have done is just add them all together. 11. Okay, so the same thing we can do here. We can write it all out or say I have 2 L's, I have 3 L's, therefore add them together. 2 plus 3, I have 5 L's. I have 2 K's and I have 1 K, so I have 3 K's. Here, same thing. 2 times 3 is 6. X squared, x to the 5th is x to the 7th. You add your exponents. 7 times, well, what's here? 1 is 7. I have 5 A's, I have 2 A's, therefore I have 7 A's. I have 2 B's and 3 B's, I have 5 B's. We're multiplying across, so we add our exponents. Here should be negative 15. I have 3 M's and 8, make 11. Here it's different. I have 10 squared. Everything is raised to the 3rd. I'm not multiplying across. So this is the same thing as saying 10 squared times 10 squared times 10 squared, which when you multiply, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, looking here and looking here, we know we don't add them. That gives you 5. But when you have a power raised to a power, you could have multiplied, which would be 6 zeros. Okay. All right. Number 10, you have a power raised to a power. It is not the same as p cubed times p to the 12th. They are not the same. So when you have a power raised to a power, that's the same thing as saying p cubed 12 times. That's a lot. Well, 12 times p cubed, that's 36 p's. So power to a power, you multiply. Here, same thing. Technically, this is 3 to the 1st, y to the 1st. So negative 3 is raised to the 3rd. Y raised to the 3rd. I have it in parentheses because I want you to realize if you put this in your calculator, it needs to be negative 27. If you put it in your calculator like this, your calculator will take 3 to the 3rd, okay, and then slap on the negative. Sometimes that will work, but sometimes it won't, so I want you to be careful. And lastly, everything's being squared here. So I always make sure I have an exponent so I don't forget about each term. 3 to the 1st to the 2nd is 3 squared. P to the 1st to the 2nd is p squared. And r to the 2nd to the 2nd is r to the 4th. So our answer is 9p squared r to the 4th. Okay. Number 13, express the area of each figure as a monomial. Area equals length times width. So area equals x to the 5th times x squared. Area equals x to the 7th units squared. Area here is 1/2 base times height. So area here is 1/2 base height. I could do half of 9, but I see that half of 4 is easier. Half of 4 is 2. So 2 times 9 is 18. P to the 1, 2, 3, 4. So my area is 18 p to the 4th units squared. So these are when you multiply monomials together, you add your exponents, and if you have a power raised to a power, you multiply those exponents. So that's the main theme for this section.